Hello and welcome! My name is Heather. I'm a registered professional counselor and a certified life coach. And today I'm going to be analyzing Love, Quinn from the Netflix series You. Before I get started, make sure to subscribe to support this channel and to get more analysis videos like this. Love, Quinn is introduced to us in Season 2 as a pastry chef from Los Angeles who works at her family-owned high-end grocery store named Anavrin as a produce manager and chef. She is fiercely independent, speaks her mind, and is protective of her twin brother, 40. Love soon gets in a relationship with Joe and becomes pregnant with his child. They get married and move to the suburbs to start their family and a new life. We learn over Season 3 that Love is deeply unhappy, even though it seems that she has the perfect life. A loving husband, an adorable baby, a beautiful house in a safe neighborhood, and a new bakery. Who is your favorite character from the show? Let me know in the comments below. In Season 3 of You, we gain a deeper understanding of Love. Love has always despised her parents for being too self-absorbed. Raised by an overcritical mother and a distant father, she's learned at a young age to look out for herself and her brother, 40.
He could pretend to care, if he wanted to.
There's a high chance that they experienced childhood emotional neglect, as this is common for rich and privileged families. Emotional neglect often goes unnoticed or unreported, which may be due to a bias against well-to-do, privileged people or a tendency to blame parents for spoiling or indulging their children. In Love's case, no one cared to take her feelings into account. Rather, her parents forced her to be 40's caregiver to make up for their absence and lack of parental involvement. Love took on the maternal role, thus putting a lot of pressure on her as a child as she tried to protect 40, something her parents sorely failed at. Her relationship with her parents may contribute to Love having an insecure attachment style. She deeply desires to feel loved and accepted, and we see this in her relationship with Joe and also her friendships. When she feels Joe's love slip away, she desperately does whatever she can to save their relationship. Love's need to protect her family is heightened since she feels that her parents weren't there to protect her and 40, leaving Love to do whatever is necessary, including murder. Despite her vibrant, affectionate exterior, she strategically hides parts of herself. It is possible that the emotional neglect in her childhood helped her develop the ability to embody different personas as a coping mechanism. We see her struggle with her mother's approval and acceptance, and that Dottie is only interested in a superficial relationship with Love. Dottie is more concerned with how their relationship looks like on social media, as opposed to really getting to know Love and being there for her. Love suffers both from emotional and physical abuse from Dottie as she continues to seek her mother's approval and acceptance.
All you ever have to do is keep your brother safe. You failed. You disgust me.
Dottie's inconsistencies from being abusive to being supportive can contribute to Love's insecure attachment style. To understand Love, we need to understand her relationship with her twin brother. Love murdered their family's au pair named Sophia when she was only 13 because she was sexually abusing 40. To cover up her act, she framed 40, and the Quinn family made it look like Sophia died from suicide. After she saw how easy it was for her parents to cover it up, Love has learned that getting away with murder can be easy. Love has learned that violence is a means to an end if her loved ones are being threatened. It's possible that Love killed Sophia not only to protect her brother, but also to make him rely on her.
Do you think I'm talented?
Of course I do. That's why I push you.
This type of relationship can be defined as codependent. 40 relies on Love for attention and for her emotional support, thus enabling Love to feel needed. She's assumed the caretaker role for quite some time and carries the responsibility to ensure her brother's sobriety. While 40 continued to battle with drug addiction, Love stood by his side and took care of him. In addition to having a twin connection, 40 and Love clung to each other for support throughout childhood and well into adulthood. When 40 dies, Love blames herself for not being able to protect him. She was given the difficult choice of protecting 40 or Joe. When we finally get a chance to hear Love's inner monologue in Season 3, 40, it's revealed that she's texting her dead brother and is still seeking that sense of comfort she would have gotten from him if he was still alive. It's clear that she's still grieving over his death, and this may contribute to her feelings of unhappiness as she's lost her main support system and now also struggles with her identity as she's no longer 40's caregiver. She feels alone and resentful that she is left to deal with her mother. Even though her relationship with 40 may be flawed, it was rooted in trust and mutual understanding. Throughout this episode, Love continues to send 40 anxiety-ridden texts, trying to figure out where it all went wrong and to understand why she cheated on Joe with the teenage neighbor. It's possible that Theo reminds Love of 40 as she sees him as another broken character she has the chance to fix and protect. Under the influence of alcohol, she hallucinates 40 in her bathtub. They spend a lot of time discussing how she needs to try to make her life work with Joe, even though she doesn't like him anymore.
I don't even like him anymore. I mean, he makes me feel bad for being me.
Theo needs love, whereas Joe, she admits, makes her feel bad for being herself. This can be another reason why she's attracted to Theo.
That kid is pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of me.
Love has been taught by both society and her family that it is her fault when a relationship isn't going right. This leads to feelings of enormous pressure in order to make sure her life is perfect, and feelings of guilt when they aren't perfect. Instead of ending her relationship with Joe, she does whatever she can to make it work, such as trying to be the perfect wife, wanting to have a second child, and by having an open marriage as an attempt to save their intimacy. Love is very similar to Joe in that she believes that she needs to inflict violence in order to protect the one she loves. She killed Sophia for sexually assaulting 40. She killed Delilah, Joe's neighbor, when she realized that Delilah was the reason Joe was leaving LA. She killed Joe's ex-girlfriend Candace in order to protect Joe from getting arrested. She killed Natalie to save her marriage with Joe, attacked Gil, the non-vaxxer who exposed Henry to measles, attempted to kill Theo, fearing that he would expose her and Joe. Love is able to justify her killings and attacks, and her motives behind them are consistent. Love's motive to kill is to protect her family.
What are you fighting to protect?
My family.
Why specifically family?
Because that's what you do.
She fears abandonment like Joe.
Because if anyone saw how ugly I can be,
They'll go away. For good.
With 40 being her only close relationship growing up, it would make sense as to why she becomes overprotective of her close relationships. She becomes obsessed when she feels like she's found the right partner and who she can fantasize a future with. She has similar manipulation tendencies as Joe and a similar thought process in order to make them fall in love with her. In her efforts, Love tries to recreate a perfect family, one that she wished she had growing up. Love's history with emotional abandonment leaves her to desperately connect with Joe through intimacy. Similar to Joe, she kills the one she loves if they try to leave her, triggering her abandonment issues and attachment injuries as she realizes that they cannot fulfill her fantasy of a perfect family. It was revealed that she accidentally killed her previous husband, James, when he didn't want to have a baby with her and wanted to leave her, and when she attempted to kill Joe after he said that he wanted a divorce. The main difference between Joe and Love is that Love is impulsive with her kills and is often emotionally driven. As mentioned in my previous analysis video of Joe, he would be considered an organized killer and plans his murders meticulously, whereas Love's murders are often emotionally driven and unexpected. According to the Crime Classification Manual, Love would be considered a disorganized killer. Disorganized crimes are not planned, and the criminals typically leave evidence such as fingerprints or blood at the scene of the murder. The disorganized offender is likely to come from an unstable or dysfunctional family. Upon realizing that Joe doesn't appreciate her and that he was the problem the marriage didn't work, she attempts to kill him, only to have Joe kill Love, stage his own death, have Love take the fall for all the murders in Madre Linda, and set the house on fire. If you like this video, check out my other Therapist Reviews videos and don't forget to subscribe for my latest analysis videos. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.